Thank you, Presiding Officer. To ask the Scottish Government whether it believes muirburn is a crucial tool for preventing and controlling wildfires.
Minister Gillian Morn.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. I'm aware of the recent devastation caused by wildfires. The Rural Affairs Secretary recently visited the site at Davitt to thank forestry staff, firefighters and the local community for their work tackling wildfires. Sadly, the risk of wildfires in Scotland is likely to increase with climate change. We must continue to tackle this issue and encourage people to behave responsibly when outdoors. And of course, muirburn can make a significant contribution to the prevention and control of wildfires. Our Wildlife Management and Muirburn Bill includes provisions which permit muirburn to prevent and reduce the risk of wildfires.
Rose McCall.
Thank you. Professor Heinmeier at University of York has been studying peatlands for 2 decades and has said that regarding the ways to prevent wildfires, you come across a lot of re-wetting will solve all the issues, but it's not guaranteed. You can't get a wet bog everywhere because of different rainfall amounts. That's wishful thinking. So if we want a down-to-earth thinking which will prevent wildfires, protect the peatland and the species which live in the area, muirburn must be an important tool in our land management's inventory, and I recognise that the Minister said that there would be some. So can the Minister confirm again that muirburn bill will not regulate this practice to a last resort, risking the damage of unnecessary wildfires?
Minister.
I agree with a lot of what Ros McCall has said, and I can confirm again, if she would like me to, is that we do recognise that licensing muirburn will allow muirburn to take place, particularly in areas where it is mitigating any risk from wildfire. But I would actually say as well that in terms of peatland, re-wetting peatland is also a tool that we have in our box in controlling wildfires as well. Not just from the kind of from the point of view of actually sequestering the carbon that's out there as a result of climate change, but also providing those areas in which actually the burning will actually be controlled because of wet peatland and re-established peatland.
I've got a number of supplementaries. They will need to be brief, as will the responses. First, Karen Adam.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Given the seriousness of recent wildfires and the impact this has had on forestry staff and fire officers, shame on the Tories for turning this into a political football. The Scottish Government has already stated that there are situations where muirburn is the best option. Minister, can you confirm that the Government is seeking only to ensure that muirburn is used where appropriate and that the best practice is followed?
Minister.
I appreciate that there are a range of views on muirburn, and I am, as I've said in my response to Ros McCall, completely aware that muirburn can be a very positive tool when used appropriately, creating beneficial habitats for certain species and helping reduce fuel loads and lower the risk of wildfires and also control the risk of wildfires. The introduction of the muirburn licensing through the Wildlife Management and Muirburn Bill will ensure that muirburn is undertaken in a safe and environmentally sustainable manner with best practice, in line with best practice, and the licensing scheme will allow muirburn for a number of purposes, including preventing or reducing the risk of wildfires.